Do not chase. You have to become a person who abundantly attracts everything that he wants or she wants, right? Become this person who is just magically magnet. It's just a magnet that attracts every positivity, every good sense of life, and every concept regarding on you becoming a magnet and just attracting the experiences on the way that you feel inside and the way that how the universe, the world, or how God responds to you as a reaction out of how you look at the world, how you treat the world, and how the way you think about the world, right? Everything comes in the key in right here, which is the mind. Everything that has been programmed, every key term that have you inputted in your own mind has taken a matter and the way you feel and the way your perspective is, right? And the way that you have attracted everything into your life. But everybody needs to know that sometimes people manifest things that shouldn't be manifested. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of people tend to manifest misunderstandings, misconceptions, and situations that they never should have brought them to themselves if they never did what they were supposed to do, right? And so you need to start looking at life in a different way. Everything is a reflection on the way you think. Everything is a reflection on your base emotions, base energy, and coming from perspective as well, right? The way you think alike and the reaction that you give out to the real world is the same things that you're going to be receiving over and over. If you're getting mad, let's say for example, there's going to be, look, let me give you an example, right? There's going to be two different people who are stuck in traffic. The first person is super annoyed, super mad because they're stuck in traffic for no reason. They don't need to be in a specific place and on time. They don't need to be in a rush. They're just simply mad because there's traffic. There's just traffic and they're being desperate. There's the second person that does not care that there's traffic. He understands why there's traffic because there's probably other people who are trying to get to the destination, and he's not getting mad at why there's traffic, right, in their experience. There's always going to be two different perspectives, and there's always going to be two different emotions, and it's just depending on the way you see it, right? And the person who is negative on the traffic example, they're going to be evaluating their whole day based on that traffic, right? Based on the traffic. Now suddenly they feel mad, they feel anger, they come home with this malicious energy that nobody wants to be around with. But the other person just, nonchalantly just going on with his day and doesn't care, right? So sometimes people put their emotions over them so many times that it's natural for them, right? Sometimes people are not really self-aware, and that is simply because they don't understand that this world is filled with energy and vibrations. The internal energy influences external experiences. The way you feel inside is all the experiences that you have accumulated throughout every moment that you have lived in your life, right? If you're living within sadness, you're gonna be a reflection of your sad experiences. That's what you're gonna bring into your world. That's why a lot of depressed people don't realize that the more they keep being sad, the more sadness vibes they're gonna bring into your life. The more depressed thoughts they're gonna bring into your lives, right? That's why some suicidal people, they're not just suicidal, right? They're not suicidal. They're humans, right? But once they think that they're suicidal, they have all these dead thoughts and all this stuff that they've been going through based on their own head is what accumulates them thinking that they're suicidal. And that's why people need to learn how to start focusing and making that shift on the positive things, the beautiful things, right? Rather than the ugliness and the negativity, right? So think about it like this. Each positive thought is going to equal positive outcome. Each negative thought is going to come in the outcome of a negative situation. You are simply your own magnet. You are what you attract. Every emotion that you amplify in your own world was what you're going to receive back. It's like karma. It's like cause and effect. If I think positive, I will receive positive. If I think negative, I should receive negative. And some people are not really ready for the consequences. Some people think it's okay to hate on other people, to talk down on other people, but they don't realize that what they're really doing is talking down on their own lives, because what they think about the outside is the same thing that they think about the inside. That's why when a lot of people just give you insults, that's why a lot of people talk down on you, you should never give reaction into that, because it's just a reflection on how they feel, how they think, and based on their perspective, is really negative, right? It's never really something that, it's not really like a energy bringer. It's more like an energy downer. Those type of people are just gonna be people who are gonna try bring your energy from up here down to over here, but it's only gonna work if you let it work, right? It's only gonna work if you let that person get over you. You need to be the bigger person and automatically change and understand the assignment. The assignment here is that this person is trying to bring me down to the vibration that they're living at. But no, I'm gonna say no, because fuck them. I don't even know them, right? I'm gonna still live within my vibration and my energy, because I deserve to live in this vibration, you know? Now you're making it seem like, you know, you have the higher moral. Now you're making it seem like you deserve this energy, you deserve this vibration. Like the way you feel about yourself right now, it's just beautiful, it's natural, right? So mindset shift between scarcity mindset, which is chasing, and abundance mindset, which is attracting, right? So having this scarcity mindset is you basically just trying to do a lot of things to chase. You're looking to chase towards a goal, towards a personality, towards someone, right? And all this energy that you inputting into chasing would just basically be called as unmanifestation, right? When you're trying to become something, you never become it, because you're always gonna try to become it, right? I always live with this quote: instead of you trying to be something or personality or a trait, you need to be within that trait, be within that personality, right? You need to, if you want to be a wealthy person, you need to live like a wealthy person. You need to be like a wealthy person, right? It's not you trying to be a wealthy person. There's no such thing as trying, because everybody here has their own versions of themselves being that personality. Like, let me tell you an example. You have your own version of becoming a content creator. You have your own version of you becoming a tennis player, right? Even if those two things are not your passions and it's not really your purpose, right? I'm not like telling you that you can't do anything, but these two different versions of yourself is still exist, because we tend to create different timelines in our own lives, which leads to a lot of decisions, a lot of opportunities, a lot of choices, a lot of embracement on our purpose, right? And that is the importance of key terms on the mind. Every key term that you have programmed into your own mind. Oh wait, why am I doing this if I'm this type of person, right? If I'm gonna be a wealthy person, why am I worried about money, right? If I'm gonna be a wealthy person, why am I scared of spending money, right? Things like that is always gonna activate your mind in a different perspective, and this is what you should be adjusting into your own mind, because what you've been programmed before is not the programming that you've been wanting, but rather something that you grew up naturally, right? Something that just came into your own life, right? But now, since you are learning more keywords and more tools, which is the mindset shift, you can start changing your own subconscious mind and just keep reminding yourself of who you truly are. It's not like magic. It's not something that's hard. It's just you basically reminding yourself on who you truly are and just living within your true purpose, right? So the law of attraction, I'm pretty sure you heard about this. The law of attraction, the way that you have attracted all these things specifically in the manner of you becoming this person that has a different identity. So what I'm trying to say is that, let's say for example, you're trying to become a singer. In order for you to become a singer, you need to act like a singer, right? And you need to take action just as a singer. What does a singer do? They do interviews, they promote themselves, they put themselves out there in social media, they show their art based on the internet, based on live performings, right? And they change throughout time. So the more you keep living as a singer, the more your personality is gonna start changing, and it's gonna start attracting the necessary situations and the opportunities that's gonna be opening up much more spaces. And that same timeline, who you were before doesn't exist no more, because your new timeline who exists is you are a singer. That's why you living in the past does not exist, because right now, since we're living in the present moment, you are a different person no matter what. I don't care what you did before. I don't care what happened to you before. That shit already passed. Move on into the present moment, right? So that is the law of attraction. Act, action, and change. That's all it is. I don't care how much you have to lie to yourself. I don't care how much times you have to delude yourself. You need to basically be within that moment and just act briefly, right? So self-improvement. Be your best self. Embody the qualities you seek in others, right? People tend to say, oh, I want my friend group to be filled with rich people. I want my friend group to be filled with a lot of gym people. I want my friend group to be filled with a lot of wealthy people, right? But how are you gonna attract that sort of people if you're not even that person yet, right? It doesn't make sense. You're still smoking weed, you're still doing bad habits, you're still eating unhealthy, you're still not taking care of yourself, you're not even getting knowledge, you're not focusing on your business. How is it that you're gonna attract rich people? How is it that you're gonna attract wealthy people into your own lives if you're not even a wealthy person? You never thought yourself as a wealthy person. You're not even living as a rich person, right? So all these complacements, right, that you have adjusted to your mind, thinking to yourself that I want this, I want that, but you're not really looking in the inside. Because even if you were, let's say for example, you are the ideal self right now, right? But you were to have friends that are rich, right? The chemistry is not going to be there. What is it that how is it that you're gonna attract a certain person if y'all don't even think alike, right? It's not gonna make sense. Different mindsets, different daily routines, different personalities, and just different attachments into different life concepts. It's not gonna make sense, right? It's never gonna make sense. So you need to basically embody the qualities and the same qualities that you seek in other people. Okay, you want to have a friend group of based around on rich people. Be a rich person. Be a wealthy person, right? Simple as it is. So intentionally versus pursue it. Between pursuing something out of desperation and intentionally creating space. So pursuing something is it's the same thing of you chasing. The only reason why you're pursuing something is because you're in a lack of desperation. You're thinking to yourself that you're in lack. You're thinking to yourself that everything that you're doing right now is not working. You're out of power, right? You're comparing yourself to other people, but typically you're not comparing yourself into the right actions, right? Why is it that you compare yourself to other identities? Why is it that you compare yourself to a different external materialistic world that doesn't even tolerate on who you are, right? It doesn't make sense. People compare themselves into money, right? Oh, this person has a lot of money. How is that something to compare of, right? When it should be something like, okay, how can I learn to be like this person? How can I learn? How can I adapt? How can I be different to receive all these items, to receive all this materialistic stuff like this person, right? It all comes briefly on your perspective. It all comes briefly on the way you see things and the way you clarify yourself in life, right? So gratitude practice. How cultivating gratification is shifting focus away from what you lack but what you have. So this is the same thing I was just talking about, right? The only reason why people chase is because they're in a feeling of lack. They're a feeling of, oh, I need to get this so fast. I need to prove people wrong. I need to get approvals. I need to get attention. Like, bro, chill out. Chill out, bro. Like, calm down. Why are you so social media oriented? Most of the people's personalities is just based on social media. They want to do everything on social media, but once you really get to meet them on real life, they're not really so contributing to themselves rather than in the social media lives, right? They don't be the same person that they show themselves in the media rather than in person. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, people like that are really inconsistent and really don't know what to do in their lives. That's why exactly they steal off personalities from social media, right? They're getting influenced by other people who are popular, for other people who are successful, or whatever you want to call it, and they tend to copy their personalities. They tend to act up in their personalities. That's why people can never think for themselves. They always want to have a way to have this attraction, right? And the only reason why you copying other people, only reason why you acting in personality based on these social media people is because you like it. You see it as an attraction. You're being so attractive on the way they carry themselves. That's why you want to implement it, right? So it's just kind of like weird, like it's better for you to just, you can do the same things that they do based on their plan, based on their structure. Like, let's say for example, this guy is a rapper, right? And the way he built himself up is by basically doing tours on his own city, doing live shows in his own city. Like, start copying that. Start doing the same thing he did, right? But don't start copying his personality. It's like you copying his own art. It's like you copying his own homework. You're gonna get cashed up, and the fake people always gonna catch up the real. Like, the real people always catch up the fake. Right? It's always gonna be like that. So, going back to what I was saying, you need to have practice of gratitude. You need to be grateful with the things spaced around you and move on in life throughout that perspective, right? So this is one important thing. This is an important key factor. Simplicity and minimalism simplify your lives and create openness, create clarity, and attract what matters. Your life is simple. The only reason why you make it hard is because you do hard stuff for no reason. You complicate your life because you have hard consequences. You have difficulties that you have brought into yourself. If you were just doing and be disciplined on the right things to do, you would never receive these fucking consequences. You would just be receiving all these good benefits, the good versions of yourself, the good contributions that you deserve of your own self growth. Focus on yourself and be better. Have simplicity in your own life. Be aware. Be aware if you were to say, okay, if I say yes to this, what is the consequence going to do to me? If I say no to this, how is this consequence going to affect me, and what is it going to do to me, right? You have to think differently. A lot of people don't ask themselves why they do the certain shit that they do. They just basically move like animals, right? They make decisions based on their influence. Or like if they see two people doing the same thing, they would do it right then. Like, there's so much influence moves rather than you being influenced by your own mind and doing what's proper, right? And also celebrate other people's success. Create a positive cycle of attraction. This is a good positive way for you to start contributing to yourself, the way that you can build your self positivity. Oh man, congratulations, brother, you made it, bro. Congratulations. I'm happy to see people that are succeeding on the same things that I'm doing, right? I'm happy to see people who are actually elevating. I'm happy to see people in my community to getting better. All these different key terms are always gonna make you better, man. But yeah, it's been Fredo Saga. Let's do the dimension expansion with some new game. Live your own truth to create your own saga. Follow my other socials and just stay in contact with me. If y'all have any questions or y'all need advice in life,